Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Farmers Dynasty. We've taken I guess you could say a vacation from Farmers Dynasty. We haven't played it for a while. And so I apologize, but I've just been busy with life and other games. So it's working, yes. I wish I could find I need to get wood. I don't know if they fixed these doors yet. They probably haven't, knowing them, but it's been months since I don't even know what's going on. I got to figure out where everything is and what I'm doing. So if we take a look at our stats.
Daddy, look, I'm Naked Man.
You're Naked Man.
See?
I've got $38,000, 4,000 social points, 100 eggs. Eat one of those. Make that 99 eggs. I'm sure my cows need to be milked. I think I bought some stuff since I saw you guys last on this game. So let's take a look around the farm. Yeah, definitely. I bought a bigger tipper because I got tired of making 40 trips down to the bread makers. So we got the old tipper. We can't sell the old equipment. That kind of sucks. But I've got this new big, nice Flegel tipper. So that is the one big change that I made. I don't remember if I recorded that or not. I don't think I did. Let's take engineer site here and see. Oops, that's not the right key. No. Oh, there we go. It's the right mouse. That's right. What is it? What does this got in it? This is my grain silo. I've got 18,000 wheat in here. Okay, so we got some stuff to sell. Let's take a look here at our greenhouse. I think stuff is just growing. 30 pumpkin seedlings. Oh, I don't know what I'm growing. Let's see. This will tell us. Right? Nope, the engineer site doesn't tell us. Okay, well, it's all full. Let's check our humidity, because that always comes up. It's good. Costs money to run that thing, man. We'll let it go for another day. You shouldn't have to do it until tomorrow. Still got the same plow and cultivator. I've been working on fertilizing the fields. I believe both of these fields are 100% manure, 96% manure, good enough. 69%. So there's a spot here that doesn't have manure yet. This whole middle section needs manure. Okay. I don't think I have a lot of manure left, though, but I've been slowly manuring everything. Not on my own, honestly. Letting there's. And we got regular fertilizer too. So once we plant, we'll fertilize. So we got 4% manure and 3,000 kilograms in there. So we'll let that. I fill these up and then I'll put more manure out once that's full. We got time because it's still fall, so we're not gonna be planting until I think the end of this month. We have, what's the date today? Today is September 2nd. I think we have to plant by the 30th. So milk our cows. I like the way they added the new mini game in for milking the cows. So it looks like you're actually milking.
What?
And milk this cow. Hey, bud. He needs relief. Milking the cows. It's not worth very much money, but the food is nice to have. And it's all right. I know we definitely have field work to do once I'm done selling the wheat. I own a bunch of fields now. I think that's something that's changed too since I played with you guys last. Ooh, you caught some fish. That's cool, Jeremy. Bring them home to your... Has anyone gotten married yet in this game? I haven't figured that part out yet, so... This cow's like, I need some relief. All along the milk tower, said the Joker to the thief. I need someone to milk my udder, 'cause I can't get no relief. You just started, so no. It's tough getting married. There's a lot of work to it. Or you could just elope. All right, the tap fest is over. Yes, the game with the weird facial animations. The guys who look... Nice weather, ain't it? Nice weather, ain't it? No eggs, huh? Oh, there's eggs. I've got more than 100 eggs. I've got millions. Well, businessmen, they drink my wine. Wild men dig my earth. Boonk. Bonk. All right. If you get married, does she help? Yes, she actually does the cooking. Yes. I don't know what else she does, but they do cook. I don't know if you can do if they can have your female wife companion. All right, let's see. Do anything else? We're going to run to the store here, and then we're going to kind of check our fields out and see where we're at. We can sell some wheat today. I feel like the frame rates have gone down a little bit almost. Like, it's not as smooth as it used to be, but maybe it's been a long time since I played. And just like Farm Expert, it's never been super smooth.
Good to see you. Can I help you?
Yeah, good to see you too, buddy. Care to trade?
Care to trade?
Sure. What do you need?
I need better acting. Let's see. We're going to sell... Probably 100 eggs is probably good. Yeah, whatever, 99 eggs. Sell 99 eggs. Selling 99 eggs. Keep 24 milks. There we go. Yeah, I heard you can hire help too. Yeah, I heard that you can hire workers now. So let's go see. Let's see if we can figure out how to do that. Because I do have a field that needs to be plowed, and I'm tired of plowing. I can cultivate, but the plowing takes forever. If it takes forever. How do I get the map again? Is it M? Yeah, there we go. Let's see. I own this. It's plowed 100%, 0% cultivated. Fertilized 96.69. Owner not available. Did I own this? Nope. I own this, yes. Not plowed. And I'll cultivate that. Well, I own another one too, I think. 1, 2. I own this one. There we go. That one needs to be plowed too. So once again, I got to check these real quick. I got to plow. That's plowed. This needs to be plowed. This needs to be plowed. Okay. Those are my 3 fields. I don't think I own these. Nope. I don't own those either. There is a bigger plowing game. You have to have the bigger tractor, and that's a lot of money I don't have right now. This game is one of those really long-term games. It's kind of a weird thing because it's not something that we as, farm simulator people that have crops grow overnight that we're used to. It really does take years to get... Oh, it stuttered. It takes years to get there. Like, you're not going to have the tractor real fast unless you decide not to buy fields. You can just buy the tractor by saving up money. But I chose to buy fields so I can make lots of money each year. So this is the field that I own right here, I think. Look at the map one time again. Yeah, that's it. Right? Map owned but not plowed. So let's go ahead and hire somebody to plow it. I don't know if we can, if you look at it, how do you hire a worker? If you look at, we need to look at the keys. Controls. Fix, rebuild. Power takeoff hitch. Cruise control lights. Work mode. Tab. Map pad. Engineer site. Fix, jump, enter, use. I'm not seeing it. I don't really know how to do it. Let's see. Maybe if we press map. Oh, I've marked it. Information. Why would you use a bus stop? Oh, you could leave the farm and travel right to the store? Okay, that's kind of interesting. Or the agricultural store without having to drive. But we got a pickup truck, so we don't really need to do that. But yeah, I don't... Okay, so let's go back. Maybe if we bring the tractor with the plow, it'll do it. Well, Jeremy says I don't think you can. Maybe not. Can you look it up, Jerry? Would you be willing to do that? I thought you could. Somebody was telling me that that's one of the things that they've added. Oh my gosh, guys, quit fighting. Because I need the tractor right now to deliver the wheat. So we'll deliver our wheat first, and then we'll look into it. I get as much money as I possibly can. But I did make a decent amount of money because even after buying that tipper, I still have $38,000, and that came from selling straw. And the straw is actually more valuable than the crop, so it's a little different than farm sim in that way. I really wish I had my controller up here. I'm using my mouse and keyboard to drive. It's not horrible, but it's not optimal either. Okay, so let's get in here. Lights, camera, action. Stop. We're going to make 2 trips, it looks like. Trailer is full. Okay, so let's see where the best. Usually the best priced is. I feel like the volume jumped on me. Is it okay? Like my talking level versus the volume. 567. 360. Yeah, so they're still better. We're gonna take a little ride today. Gonna go to the place today. I don't remember exactly where we go. Is it T? There we go. I couldn't remember the button for cruise control, but I just did. This tractor really powers its way up the hill. It has to be 3.5 acres or bigger and needs to be where they're. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jeremy, for looking that up. I appreciate that. And that star is not where we're going. Once again, this game is beautiful. I mean, it's a little clunky. The people are clunky looking and stuff. But I think that in some ways, and it's a little clunky how the tractors travel over the ground, admittedly. But in some ways, it's more beautiful than farm sim. Like definitely the engine is beautiful. Like I don't know. It just I feel like a lot of times with farm sim, I feel like I'm playing a game from the outside. In this game, I actually feel like I'm part of that scenery. Like they've just done a really good job with the scenery and making it kind of feel like you're part of the map and the atmosphere. Like those, look at those rays coming through the trees and stuff. I mean, it's beautiful. And stuff. It's like beautiful and stuff, dude. Oh my gosh. I'm streaming. What do you want? Well, about what? I'll tell you what, just let her finish whatever she's doing, and if it's not put away by the time I'm done, there's going to be discipline. So let her know that. And then let her go. All right. And I still like the way the terrain is deformable too. That just still impresses me. So I'd say the frames are running, I have no idea. Sometimes 60, sometimes less. It's like 60 with chop. Look how pretty that is over there. It's like tractoring in Pennsylvania. This is Farmer's Dynasty. It's available on Steam. It's actually a pretty well followed game. It's in beta. They had some serious legal issues with UIG, the entertainment group, was like trying to say that they stole the game or stole some of the models from their game, which They all share the same models, but they didn't steal it. It's part of it's a license that doesn't belong to those guys. So that same company also came out against Farm Expert and Farm Manager, and so all those games were taken off the Steam store for like 6 months until it was settled. Now it's been settled, and so this game is back and available again. There's the windmill where we're going, up on the hill there. It's a pretty fun game. It's definitely a long game. You don't play it like Farm Sim where you just get all kinds of equipment and stuff right away. You definitely have to work your way towards better equipment, bigger equipment. So, like I've been playing it for, gosh, a couple months, and I finally was able to buy a tipper. The beginning equipment you have to work for. You go around to different people's farms, and they give you a harvester for work. They give you this old tractor. They give you seeder and everything you need to plant and run a farm. So you do that first. You also have to repair all the buildings on your farm, so that takes some time. Yeah, I really wish the truck could pull this tipper because that would make life a lot easier. You will notice this tipper does have a hitch on the back, though, so you should be able to put a second tipper on the back of this tipper and have 2 tippers. We're going to have to make 2 trips, unfortunately, today because this is the wheat. I've got 8,000 more that I need to sell, so... But yeah, it'd be nice to have a pickup truck with a trailer hitch or a semi-truck. The other difference between this and Farm Sim is that this only has a little bit of equipment. There's only like 2 different tractors. I think maybe 1 or 2 different harvesters. You know, there's just a couple pieces of each kind of equipment. There's not a lot of choice. If you want a game like this that has more choice, Farm Expert has that. But this is a nice game because it's got a full calendar year. You actually play through right now we're at the end of fall of the first year. So you start off in August and we're into September right now. It'll end at the end of September and then you fast forward to May, but then you live the whole summer pretty much. So we are at Old Hills Mill, working our way up. And I just got stuck. I was seeing what the neighbors were doing, and they're working on their garden. All right, so we're pull in here and sell our crop. Raise the trailer. We got 38,000 some odd dollars to start with, so let's see how much we make. Once again, the crops don't make too much money, so it's a little disappointing at times, but so 3,000, I'm sorry, 2,000, 4,000, sorry, 5,000, $6,000 for 10,000. It's not too bad. Maybe, yeah, it's about right. 5,700, right? So just shy of $6,000. So we'll head on back to the farm now. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do some farm work and then we'll sell some more stuff in the evening. I don't think the prices go down on this game. I haven't seen fluctuation in the market yet. No, look out! Wild boar. Old Wheatford. Yeah, someone needs to repair their fence, right? Their boar got out. Hee, piggy, suey. Shoot it. No guns yet in the game. I don't know if they probably won't ever have guns because that would mean it would have to get a different rating. You can fish, but you can't shoot. Yeah, I would imagine that that wouldn't go over too well. Let's cut across here. Is that a road? No, it's a field. I know I went the wrong way here. Let's see. That works. This way works too. a heron. There's a neighbor running somewhere. How you doing, girl? Hey, baby. Hey, baby. That just doesn't seem to work. Tried it before, but it doesn't work. I'll tell you what, all the girls at church love me now. I've had like 5 people like, you did great on Sunday. I know you don't know me, but I go to your church. That's not why I do it, but it's just funny. And then so I went to, I think I told you, no, maybe I didn't. I went to Denny's today for lunch, and one of the waitresses was like, I've talked to her, like I've known her for a long time. So like we used to talk to her when I was married. Like she served my ex-wife and I. You said you don't think my tractor? No, my guitar playing impressed her. She thought I was awesome. Yes. Anyway, she said, thank you, Tech Junkie. It was fun. She said, she's like, oh my gosh, do you play guitar? I was like, yeah. She's like, I went to your church on Sunday. Like her uncle's getting baptized next week, and he invited them for Father's Day, and so she came to church, and she was like, oh my gosh, like we saw you there. I was like, that's so cool. Like, what are the chances, you know? I guess nobody ever knows, so. Oh, I want fish and rice. I'm so hungry right now. Oh my gosh. I think I have fish, so I might make some tonight. Brian's gone, so it's just me, Mater, Violet, and Evelyn, because Seth's at summer camp. So, J-Rob, FS19. No, very different game. Oh, look, he stopped. That's all. Thanks, 44 Magnum. And what was funny was that was the worst of the two. I actually did way better on the first service. I don't know why. I got really nervous at the beginning of the second service. And it was funny because there was less people there and stuff. But the first service, I just totally nailed it. The second service, I think my leads and stuff were better on the first service. But whatever. I captured the general idea of what he plays. So I was happy with that. So... Oh, beer battered fish. I would actually just I just want salmon. I'm happy with salmon, so. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I definitely had fun playing. We worked hard on that song, man. It was like, but the funny part was the hardest part for me was that intro, the iconic doo 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 doo, like that whole thing. I have a hard time playing that, so. We for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, our church. For Father's Day, we did Sweet Child of Mine, which it doesn't really have anything to do with a kid, so I don't know why we picked that song, but we did Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine on Sunday. It went over really well, so people loved it. Most people loved it. Somebody told me not to quit my day job. Watch out, fat guy with a Les Paul. I did post a link to the rest of the service if you guys want to see another angle. And then also the other 3 songs that we did later on in the service. They did a bunch of announcements after we played, and then I played 3 more songs. None of them are quite as exciting as that one, though, but I used the Ibanez for the rest of the stuff, which I'll probably be using this week. I don't know. Though I might use the Les Paul, because the Les Paul has new strings on it, so we have our annual picnic coming up here, so... Yep. Salmon with just a little bit of seasoning on it. Baked or cooked. Either way, I'm good with it. All right. So we're just going to park this for now. I'll come back and get the rest of the week. We'll do that later because we've already done one big trip, so kind of boring. All right, so I'm going to hitch the trailer here and we'll dump this right here. We'll get the pluva. Actually, I'm going to cultivate. That first field needs cultivation, so let's take a look here. Map. Cultivated 0. So we're going to star that map right there. But first things first, I'm going to see if I got enough manure to finish up this field. The prices do not change in game like they do in... they're going to. but they don't right now. It's, once again, this game is still beta, so don't forget that we're still in beta. I don't know if it'll get like any huge differences, but they have made a lot of changes since it first came out. So, and now that they're able to sell it again, I think that it's going to be a good thing. So, yeah, I need to get a new set of tubes for mine too. I've got a tube that's rattling. I'm hoping I just need one because my amp only has maybe like 10 hours of play on it. So, cycle camera. There we go. What kind of amp do you have? 44 Magnum? Z. Z. And Z off. The Blue Voodoo. Crate makes some pretty good amps, man. I don't know. I don't think they're in business anymore, are they? I think Crate went out of business. But they were. It was a pretty. I had like 3 or 4 different Crate amps when I was growing up. It was a good intro brand, you know. Like not too expensive, and with offering some pretty good options, you know. No, it's not. Kind of sucks. We still got a lot left, though. I'm going to fill this up, though. I forgot to get the rest of it out, so we're going to shout it out. Fill me up. And it's empty. I was going to make a U-turn there, but I can't do it here. I love the flywheel on this tractor. That's so funny when it worked, right? Like I said, I don't think they're in business anymore. But they did make good stuff. I'm still a huge Vox fan, though. I love my Vox. Ryan's got that PV Valve King, and that thing sounds wicked. It probably is the tubes. Does it, like, what does it do? Is it not powering on at all, or does it power on but no sound? I mean, tubes do wear out, so. But whatever it is, they can fix it. I mean, you know, guys fix amps. I had a Marshall amp that used to squelch like it went bad. It kind of cooked itself. I found out later there was a grill you could take off. So usually when they do tubes on an amp, they either go directly up or directly down from the main board. Well, in this case, they made a special adapter, and the tubes ran parallel with the board, and they were underneath the board the way they built the amp. Well, over time, the amp would cook itself. And so the first amp that I had, I sent it in to get fixed, and they were going to fix it, and then the company that was repairing it went out of business, and so they lost my amplifier. And I'm like, what the? I'm like, dude, that was like a $700 amplifier. So I went up to the guitar store, and I was like, dude, what are you going to do about it? Like, because they sent it to this place, right? And they're like, your amp is out. They're like, we got a new one for you. So they gave me a brand new amp. And with that one, since I knew it cooked itself, there was a grill that protected the tubes. I just took the grill off, and from that point forward, I used it for another 15 years and never had a problem. So, but we used to use it all the time because I was, although, see, the lights comes on as expected, but the tubes won't light up. Okay, yes, that's probably dead. Though, that sounds like something else, because usually, if the tubes are bad, one of the tubes will come on. Like, they don't all go bad at once, so that's not good. Something else happened. So anyway, it's, I got a brand new amp, and I used it, you know, I was in Volatile Blue, my band, and we did probably like 400 or 500 shows, so that amp went all over the place. I mean, it was all over the country, and it got pretty beat down, so. But it worked. So, and I ended up selling it to a guy that, the worship leader at another church bought it. I think I still got like $600 or $700 for the whole setup. I did have a nice cabinet that went with it that I wish I hadn't sold because it was a real. I could have got a head for it, but anyway, I needed the money at the time, so I sold the whole rig as an outfit. All right, so we got this field done. We'll save up some more manure. Hit these little patches here. I don't want to waste it, but... Man, this thing takes a long time shutting off. Yeah, that looks good. That's good enough. Yeah, sorry, 44. That's not a good sign. If all the tubes are coming on, are not turning on, there's some other kind of power issue. But they'll fix it. It might even be cheaper, actually. Tubes are pretty expensive, like $100+. If you don't have tubes, it might be just some kind of like IC converter or something. It might be super cheap. Oh, good. I launched off into the manure. That was great. But I need my tractor anyway. Oh, yeah. That's it. I know what you mean. Ooh. Yeah. You don't have to clean the dirt and dust out. That's not... I mean, it can cause it to overheat. But a lot of people say that, like on a vintage amp, they get mad at you if you do that. If you clean it out, like they'll get mad. They want that. They claim the dust and stuff makes it sound better. I don't know if that grain storage works yet or not. Let's grab the cultivator. Hitch harrow. There we go. This is not cooperating. Got it. Come on, baby. There we go. It's good to be alive in my old school tractor. Boink. Oh, I didn't eat. That's right. My guy was hungry, and I neglected to feed him. Have a pumpkin, my friend. And a cucumber. Oh, and have some milk. Drink it. Wash it down. There you go. Have some more turkey. Have some more ham. It doesn't matter. Blah, 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 blah. Just eat it. All right, let's put this guy down. This is a V. R to lower the machine. Cruise control enabled. No option to hire the worker. But maybe I missed it. Yeah, get the Martin fixed. Forget the amp. The Martin, far more important. Far more important. Because Martin is awesome. Early 80s, 90s? Yeah, probably. That sounds right. Dean guitars. Those are hilarious. Like the worst acoustics on the planet. Yeah, get it fixed. Get it fixed. And get a dang humidifier for that, like a good one. Spend like $100 and get a humidification system. I don't mind beets. I'm not a huge beet fan, but I can eat them. Oh, almost overshot there. I like the way when you cultivate the land, it brings it back to flat. Like it just smooths everything out, which is really what it does, but it's kind of funny. It's a little over animated on this game, you know. Oh, weird. Archtop. Weird. Yeah, like a violin, right. That's how they do the archtops. It's weird. That's kind of a unique guitar. I should have just gone around the outside. My tractor's getting all dirty. Dirty, dirty tractor. Naughty tractor. Oh, like the dust trail he leaves, like. How come I don't get social points for buying all these fields, man? I had to spend social points. That's not fair. I can't wait to get a bigger tractor, though. That will be fun. So I probably have enough money to buy another field. I'm not sure if that's the move that I want to make or not, but... Was some dude talking to me? That was weird. I heard them talking in their garden like they were right next to me. It creeped me out. The downside is we have to have this all plowed by the end of the month. I think we'll be able to do it, but I don't want to buy any more fields because I'm just like, I'm at that breaking point where it's like if I plant more, or if I buy more fields, I won't have time to plant them all. I love the Roadrunner. Mark found out. Okay, so I think I told you guys Mark moved this huge piano. Like his friend gave him this quote-unquote great piano, you know, my son Mark, with these great ideas, and he's, oh, I gotta have that piano. I'm like, Mark. So they had to move the piano down 4 flights of stairs and up a flight of stairs. I told some of you guys this last night, and I said, dude, that's just crazy talk. And he's like, no, we're gonna do it. So they did it, and of course he hurt his toe, but. When he was doing it, he was going to do it. I'm like, I don't know, Mark. I'm like, I've seen like way too many Bugs Bunny cartoons to think that that's a good idea, you know. But he did it anyway, and so now he's got a piano, and so he had he paid to have someone come tune it, right? But the guy came to tune it today, and he like was looking inside it. He's like, dude, like the mice have eaten out. Like there were mice in it, and they've eaten out the whole inside of the piano. Like you need to have like half the piano needs to be replaced. So it's going to be like $900. And Mark was like, he's going to do it because he loves the piano. It's actually a really good piano. The piano guy was like, this is definitely worth fixing. It's a 1964 Baldwin. And he's like, these are like, you know, like for an upright piano, it's a pretty sought after piano, but it's like $900. He has to replace like they're going to replace all the white keys, like all the, because the keys are all like cracked and stuff. So they're replacing all the white keys. And they're going to replace like all the hammers and stuff. So it's just, yeah, it's crazy. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Crazy talk, Mark. Crazy talk. White rice with... I don't like ketchup on anything but hamburger. And hot dogs. Yay, new follower. Go, tractor, go. What's up? BR Barbacrow? BRBACRO. Barbacrow. I don't know. Hi. Welcome aboard, friend. We're having fun cultivating a field. Tell us about yourself. Is it short for Barbara? Barbacrow. There you go. That's what you need, 44 Magnum. I would if I had a vintage Martin. I would not screw around with cheap, even with my like current one. I do it. Oh, hey, from Croatia, man, you're up late. It's gotta be the middle of the night for you. Let's see, 9 o'clock my time, so I'm going to guesstimate it's what, like 3 o'clock in the morning? 4? Something like that? Welcome aboard, friend. I think tonight you're my longest distance viewer. I know Steve-O was here earlier and Lee, they're both from the UK. But I think most of my UK viewers have passed out by now. 3. Ugh. I went to bed early last night and I slept till 10:30 this morning. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. 10 freaking 30. I'm not a morning person, but usually I'm up by 9. I mean, that was pretty crazy. But you're going to be sleeping in tomorrow? Did I get it? Oh, yeah, okay. 8:15 Central. Nice. Our sun is down. It's 9:15 here. What, John? What? For what? Oh, did you have a fun bath, Mater? Yeah, you can use my towel. That's fine. Okay. You want to have a nice, relaxing bath? Yeah, you can, John. You're being a good boy tonight, John. Can you do what? Everybody says hi, by the way, Mater. He said hi. No, not tonight. On your birthday. What's up, Gaming with Levi? Yes. John, don't you want to have any You need to wait till your birthday. All right, so Vox amplifier is a very iconic amplifier. Probably their most iconic amplifier is the AC30. It's used by almost every 80s rock group that there was, and older bands too. Some bands of notoriety that have used Vox amps almost exclusively would be U2 and Duran Duran. But myriads of other artists use Vox amplifiers. It gets that they're a very chimey, clean sounding amplifier that has a tremolo on it and reverb sometimes. I have the little AC10 amp, which is just a great amplifier. What'd you do, John? Okay. So Orange amps, they are Orange. That's the company. Orange Amplifiers is an actual company made in England. Crate's an American company, but they're, like I said, I think they're defunct at this point. And they were kind of like they were cheap amps. They were good though, but they were cheap. Yep. I'm not a huge Marshall fan, which is funny because I had a Marshall amp for years. They tend to sound a little bit scratchy to me, but I like them, so. This is a field that I bought, Jer. Sorry, I'm getting stuck here. So, but yes, Orange Amplifiers is made by a British company called Orange. So I just said what I thought of Marshall. Marshall has made a lot of iconic amplifiers. The Plexi being the biggest one. Guys like Eddie Van Halen used the Plexi for their older albums. Later on, they switched over to PV and had their own custom amplifiers. But that initial, like the guitar on Jump, he was using a Marshall Plexi cranked all the way up. Fender's kind of known for their sparkly, clean sounds. And Vox kind of has a real bassy, boomy, clean sound. But my personal favorite is Vox. I love them. Yeah. Oh, good. You're not a fan of Marshall either. There you go. They've made some great amplifiers. They have. But once again, most of the newer stuff is just scratchy sounding to me. I haven't been a huge fan, so. The Fender Twin is a great amp for playing clean stuff. I love the sound of the Fender Twin. And I like a lot of... Hey, none of that. I like a lot of metal amps. So, I'd buy a Mesa Boogie. Mesa Boogies are awesome. I'm sorry, what, Evelyn? Can we go to Target? What for? It's already like 9:30. I'm not going back out today. We've been out all day, Evelyn. No. I don't have any money to buy anything anyway. We're broke. You have $4. I'm not driving all the way to Target for $4. Ryan wants to get a Fender Mustang at some point. I like the Mustangs. They're good guitars. They have a lot of different options for sound. Mesa Boogie. And it's IE, Jeremy. B-O-O-G-I-E. Mesa Boogie powered most of the metal bands of the 80s. Oh, the Mustang amp. Okay, not the guitar. Isn't that kind of hokey? They named an amp Mustang and a guitar Mustang. Like, make up your mind, dude. Sometimes the cruise control just won't kick on. So, but yeah, Orange Amplifiers is a newer company, like in the last 15 years, and most of the emo / hardcore metal bands use Orange Amplifiers. They're great sounding. Yeah, PV makes good amplifiers. I don't necessarily love PV's valve amps, or they're solid state amps, but their valve amps are great sounding, like their tube amps. The 5150 series, the 6150, 6150 Plus. Ryan's Valve King is just awesome sounding. And it's a really cheap amp too. I mean, like $500 for a 100-watt head. 100-watt head. That's unheard of. I've also got the chance, working in different studios and stuff. I've had the chance to play through a lot of different really cool equipment. I've played through a couple matchless amps. I got to play through a Bulldog 100-watt amp combo. I'm trying to think of who else I've played. Some really cool, like Gallion Kruger, a couple bass amps. So, I'm trying to think who the Pitbull was made by. That might have been the brand. It was a very boutique amp. It was expensive, like $1,500, $1,700. Yep, I love my Strat. It's my favorite guitar. My Strat's my #1 guitar. I'd say the Les Paul's coming in a close second. But I also love I do love the Gibson, my Epiphone Dot. I wish I had Gibsons, but they're just too expensive. No one can afford them. The Squier Strat. They're not bad. It depends on when you got it and where it's from. Some of the Squiers are terrible, and some of them are just excellent, so... And the sun has definitely... What time is it? Is it noon? Tablature, 15:07. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The Telecaster has less quack and more spank. And the Telecaster also, yeah, it's a little lighter sounding. Depending, there's all kinds of different Telecasters you can get. The one that Ryan got is pretty heavy, actually. But yeah, a stock Telecaster is kind of light sounding. If you like the 80s stuff from the Police, that guitar player used the Telecaster quite a bit. Most of the famous Police songs were played with the Telecaster. He played a Strat sometimes, but he was a big Telecaster player. Now Sting's solo stuff, if you like Soul Cages, that album was recorded. Dominic, the guitar player for that album, he plays all Stratocasters, so he has more of that Strat sound. So it's there are big differences. So this game is called Farmers Dynasty. It's available on Steam. So once again, Farmers Dynasty. It's available on Steam. It's a very different take on Farm Sim. It's not... Some things are kind of like Farm Sim, but it's very different. It has a full calendar year. You really have to work to get the equipment. It's more about the farming than it is about equipment, whereas Farm Sim seems to be more about the equipment than it is about farming. So you actually have to wait a year for the crops to grow. You don't get much equipment to start with. You have to kind of work your way to get the equipment, and then the big equipment is really expensive. I don't think you can take out a loan in this game. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you can't get a loan yet. Maybe they will do that at some point, but yeah, I actually had a Schecter CC1 Plus, and I didn't like it. So I like Seymour Duncan pickups. I can't really afford any of them, so I've got the standard pickups on my Telly. El Nico pickups on both the Dot and the my one guitar that really needs new pickups is the Ibanez. That guitar needs... No, it definitely needs it. The Ibanez definitely needs new pickups. It's a great guitar, but it could use more personality. all the other guitars that I own, the Les Paul, the Dot, the Fender, the Strat, those guitars all have their own personality and sound, so they don't really have to have pickups to make them sound a certain way. But Seymour Duncan sounds really good with Ibanez, so it didn't change the title. Typical, yeah. We did play it, so I know this is one of the. I have a bigger field. One of the reasons why I've been playing this game off camera and not showing you guys is because of this. What ends up happening is I have 2 hours of plowing and cultivating per field. You know, it's a pretty big, long process with this tiny little equipment. So. Yeah, the EMGs, like, they sound really good on some things. That's why I don't like them, because they're not flexible enough. And there's all kinds of different EMG pickups, too. Ryan's looking at... I forget which one. He wants to get EMGs for his old guitar, his Ibanez. And if he does that, I might help him buy them, and then he'll give me his Seymour Duncans, and I'll put those in my Ibanez. So, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I pressed E instead of R. Still says World Tanks. Oh well. Life will continue. So once we're done with this, I probably... actually, they're too clean is what the problem is. They end up sounding sterile. That's my biggest beef with the EMG pickups. They're so clean that they end up sounding dead. They don't have a lot of life to them. You actually want a little bit of grit. That's why I like the one of the big things about the Vox. Even clean, it has just a hair of grit, and so it makes it like this. It has a personality to it. So they're too sparkly. They just sound too clean. So they're just kind of like... Boom. All right, so once we're done with this field, I think we're going to call it a night because I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. My butt's starting to hurt. I need to get some exercise. I need to go for a walk and then make the kids dinner. So, what, Johnny? You want to go for a walk naked? Sure. It's dark out. I'm just kidding. Of course not. He said, yay. And then I said, of course not. He said, you're mean. That's right. I like growl. Honestly, all the good. When you think of rock and roll, there's the whole point. I mean, there's definitely songs that have really clean guitar. And if you want something really clean, then you grab a Fender amp and a Telecaster. And that will give you that really nice clean tone. Or a Strat. But even then, Strats have a little bit of grit when they're played through the Fender amps, so. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes, this is the brand new World of Tanks, that's right. The war is over. No, we played World of Tanks earlier. That'll be posted on YouTube. I tried to change the title, but as you guys know, Twitch, once you start a stream and you try to change titles in the middle of the stream, it will not let you do it, so. It still says World of Tanks, even though I'm playing Farmers Dynasty. But once again, for those of you that didn't know, this game is available again in the store. And probably will be from this point forward. Oh, and Farm Expert is available again. Right now, it's $19.99. I would not pay $19.99 for Farm Expert. But if you see Farm Expert go on sale, when it does, it usually goes on sale for like $6. And then it's worth it. Next time it goes on sale, I'm going to buy a copy for Seth so that... Because Violet always wants to play this with me, so Farm Expert with me, so we'll start doing some more Farm Expert again because it's fun to play multiplayer, but it only works in-house, so. Pay had for the win. That's right. That's right, dang it. Live off the land. Beat our guns into plows. Happy time. Yeah, so we had a pretty decent night tanking tonight. I think I only got artillery to death once. But in general, it was fun. And honestly, I'm starting to... I almost feel like... I don't know. I feel like selling the game. And just starting over with like World of Warships or something. Oh, it's starting to become night. So the good news is we played a whole day on this game. What's my lights button? H? Lights, L. There we go. I don't know why they wouldn't turn on, but... The name Tud reminds me. We used to call Jeffrey when he was little, Tuddy. So funny. He's 17 now. It's like, oh my gosh. Where does the time go? It just disappears. My friend's kids are 17 years old. My kids are 21 and going to be 19 next month. And Mater, you're going to be 6. He said, yeah. You can see why we need a bigger cultivator. I don't know that the cultivator they sell us is much bigger, though, but... John, I love you. I can't hear you, John. This tractor's too loud. What'd you say, kid? 3 months. Well, 3 months. That's 90 days. I know, Tech Junkie. For your birthday present? This tractor is so dirty. I'm in a mood tonight. Oh my gosh, I am so hungry right now. And I had a big lunch like at 2 o'clock. I'm so hungry. Like, I don't know if I can go for a walk. I think I need to eat first. Panicked. No. No, I'm just going to go for a walk by myself and listen to music. Please, it's like my little off time, John. You guys have been here for 2 weeks straight. I need a break. Don't say stuff like that. That's rude. Here, go tell Evan to bring up my clothes. They did the laundry. She never brought it up. Tell her to bring my clothes up, all of them. Now. Tell her to go now. Yes, I did, my friend. Yes. Oh, you mean like the cramping? I don't know, because I haven't done a wedding since then. I have a feeling it has to do with the heat, but I don't know. I hope so. I hope I have. Silly John. John, go get Evelyn now, please. Nope, my ex has had surgery, and she's not doing well, so... I haven't heard from her, actually. I'm a little concerned for her, but... Well, Miss Bugs she's not doing good. I mean, she's felt better the last 2 days, but the problem is she keeps relapsing. So it's like she gets better for like 2 or 3 days, and then like all of a sudden she's like the next day she wakes up and she can't even get up. Like she's so weak she can't stand up, and she's losing blood. Like she's having some serious issues, guys. Like it's not good, and the doctor kind of won't say what it is, but no. My ex-wife is actually having health issues too. I sure know how to pick them. She had a stomach surgery, and then today was seriously pray for me, guys. Like that's what she was telling me. She's like, I'm just in tons of pain, and I'm not able to eat, and I've lost 10 pounds in the last week, and like she's not doing well, and so she's thinking she might have to go to the emergency room. And that was the last I heard. I tried calling her earlier today and texting her, and that was like at maybe like 2 o'clock, and it's now 9, and she hasn't gone back, and I've called her twice, and she's not answering. And my son Ryan's called her, and he didn't answer her either, so I'm hoping she's okay. But she's got her boyfriend. I mean, it's like I don't know. I don't know how far is too far to get involved. You know what I mean? So I just kind of feel like, I don't know, just leave it, I guess. He's there with her, so I guess he can take care of her. You know, it's not my job anymore, so... Anyway, but I still feel bad for her. You know, it's like you don't wish, even when you're mad at somebody, which I'm not really mad at her anymore, but you don't really wish anybody to be in pain and sick. You know, so keep both my ex-wife and my gal in prayer. You know, because like I said, little Miss Bugs is just not. She's not feeling well either, and you know, so. You said you should have known I was gonna watch it. I think I'm just going to have to leave this outside. I just can't get it into the barn without... What? Well, not soon. I've got many steps to go through before that happens, John. 100 years. No, probably hopefully a year from now. I don't know. Anyway. I'm going to park this here. Oh, look, I can't even... It's got much... It must be much wider... What's she going for an MRI for, Tech Junkie? Is she sick too? That's not good. Oh, that's right. Wasn't she having migraines and stuff? Yeah, that's right. Keep her in your prayers, too. Oh, my gosh. So keep Tech Junkie's wife in your prayers. Well, the gear is old. It's a modern game, though. Migraines. Yep. Okay. I'll lower this. I'll show you guys the new equipment so you guys can see it. We'll take a run down to the store. Give you guys... This is a special long episode for those of you that are watching on YouTube. Usually I don't go for an hour. I usually cut it into half-an-hour episodes, but we'll take a little ride. Knock on wood. There you go. Oh, someone's firing a gun in my backyard. Hear that, John?
Yeah.
It's a shotgun or something. Oh, that could cause... I've heard that causes that, so... where we want to go? Here comes Evelyn. She's scared.
Fireworks. I'm gonna go look at them.
Those aren't fireworks, honey. Our neighbors are shooting their guns.
No, that's a firework.
That was a shotgun, honey.
I'll go look at them.
He fell off a second floor roof. Oh my gosh. Fell through the hole into the basement. Oh my gosh, and he only had a broken foot? That dude's super lucky. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. Wow, that's crazy, Tech Junkie. Like, I kind of heard that before, though, but... Yes? No, I'm not going to the store. I still have to go for a walk. We still have to make dinner. Do you guys want beans and, like, fish or something? She said, what? Beans and fish sticks? They left. Wow, I didn't know that, Tech Junkie. I mean... I'm going off-roading. Sadly, we can't run through our neighbor's crops, so... I've been off the diet for like 2 weeks now, Jer. I will be going back on it again here soon, but I need to give my body a break. I want to do like 30 days on and then 30 days off. Because I don't want to end up dying or something stupid, you know? Yes, Evelyn. No. So here's some of the things that we have. We've got a... no. We've got a baler, a bigger baler. This is the new tractor. So there are modern stuff in here. Or there is modern stuff in here. I think there's also a 154 tractor, which is larger than this one. These are expensive, though. I think it's like 70, 90. Yeah, I don't have the money to buy that. It'd be nice, but... Yeah, I eat more veggies and less dessert. I mean, that's the big thing is no desserts or less desserts. So that one's... I could afford this, but I don't... It's the same width, really. It doesn't look like it's much more wider. So some of the equipment doesn't really... Like I said, it doesn't really get you anything in the game. Like I said, they don't really have a big... This is it. Like that's... I don't know if they're going to have more in it later or what, but... Man, that was crazy, Chuck. I bet you... Talk about a feeling of helplessness, you know? It's like, let's see if we can take the... I'm going to take the bus over to a different one. Let's see if we can... How this actually works. Enter bus stop. Cool. And then you can take a bus. We'll visit the other dealership. Well, that's not good. They don't show any of the... I think we have to travel there. Does time advance when you do that? It looks like it did get later. 18. It's 18. All right. So we'll see what time it is when we get back. Okay, here's another tractor. 134 again. Much bigger fertilizer and a bigger slurry tank. But the downside is you can only have like 5 cows. So this is going to take like a year to fill your slurry tank up. I don't know. Same tipper, same cultivator. Let's go to the next stop. I need to look at the map real quick and see what stop is by the other dealership. And there are no other dealerships, right? Okay, so there's... Nope. So we want the bus stop that's by the train. That's up here. So, enter. And we're going to go here. No, that was the wrong one. Same time? Let's see. Yep, it doesn't take any extra time, so that's good. We're going to go here.
Daddy, can I go on the walk shortlist?
No! I've told you no already. No, 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 and no. Okay, here's the bigger tractor. 94. No, that's actually less horsepower. Okay. Cool. This one's less money. You have a song about the how they're stuck in your head. Sorry. Whoa, that was a good belch. Here's the one harvester. Right, this is the one big harvester that we get. Oh, a big mower. They got a mower. You know, and a big plow. So there you go. So the 94 Lindner is probably what we'll get. Sweet. All right, so we're going to save our game right here. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of Farmers Dynasty. It's nice to be back. I can't promise I'm going to be playing this game all the time, but hopefully enough that you guys can enjoy it. So we'll see you next time. Have a great night. And thanks for catching the stream, guys. If you're on YouTube, thumbs up always help. And also be sure to subscribe if you're watching on Twitch. I'd love to have you follow. If you can subscribe here, that's great too, because I make a little bit of money. So anyway, have a great night, guys, and we will see you next time on Farmers Dynasty. Bye.